slowly falling down cooler闇へ but never going back touch 向かえどうして高く上げてなお大ボーナなんてもうグッバイしょこりもなくファイナカマと Need another day I will run away from nothing no more どこまでも笑がってこう今超えてく Also ready to break it up I'm not afraid yeah break it Keep it point in the dark 自分の力に変え wipe out 今ねじ曲げる視線 I never fall in I never ever care for them 今立ち向かう and I defeat myself I got ghosts, keep myself safe from backward I got ghosts, keep myself see a suspect Time away from me, stop my shadow Smoke, let us set my tongue on a surface I could Nobody knows, cause I can't flow Live fast for the
Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another Red video. I'm going to be talking completely separate from what you're seeing, as I'm going to be talking about why I hate talentless people, or why I despise talentless people, although this may come off as harsh, and I feel like I need to voice my opinion regardless how people regard it as. But it is very important that I discuss this topic, and you guys are going to find out reasons why. The reason why I despise talentless people, a lot of these people have nothing better to do. A lot of times when they're bored, when they have nothing better to do besides like just harass people, act stupid in public, put their hands on people, be weird. Like they're not gonna really tell it to you directly or say it out loud, but it's really because they're trying to figure out what they can live for and how they can make the life more exciting, exhilarating. But at the same time, it's like I just hate the fact that these people have no sort of boundaries. They just can't seem to let it go with their ego. And at the same time, they could be taking this opportunity to try and improve and work on themselves, to contribute to society and show what they're worth, and realize that the value does not come around by irritating people, being a nuisance. And yes, I do take it personally. I understand, yes, there are people who have talents that can be annoying. I will not deny that. But if all you have to show for is being annoying, bothering people, being a pest, and again, the reason why I take this personally because, and this is funny enough, these are people who have don't have as many followers as I do, subscribers. And yes, normally you shouldn't compare who has the most subscribers and most followers. Nobody who exceeds like in subscribers and followers than I do goes onto my channel and runs their mouth or tries to stir problems. You know why? Because that's what cloud chasers are supposed to be. They'll look for somebody that has a bigger following than them because they're jealous, they envy the person, and they'll do whatever they can to get on that person's nerves, like me. Prime example would be like My Opinions 333's haters. I'm not gonna really include like Neon or Jack Doherty or FuzzyTube or Vitali or Natalie Reynolds. I'm not gonna really include these people, but I don't know. Like, yes, they are a nuisance. They have no talent, for what I could see. To be fair, yes, but I don't think they're gonna go out of their way to like harass someone, comment on someone's YouTube channel or account, and try to like pester them, piss them off. Especially, I'm talking about those who have the least amount of followers than them. If anything, they're just gonna say, look at how many followers I have compared to you. They're just jealous that I have more subscribers, followers than I do. And they see no reason to waste their time with that person. And yes, I'm down with that. I'm down with calling somebody out if they respond, being annoying, trying to piss me off, trying to get my attention. I'll let it be real. I'll tell them that they are jealous, that they don't have as many subscribers as I do. The only difference is, at least I put work and effort, and I'm clearly showing my passion for what I'm capable of and what I appreciate and what I value. People these days hardly appreciate anything, and all they care about is getting recognition. They don't care about what they can do for themselves, having experience, having skill, because that's something. Trust me, having skill at something, being able to like work and improve and be able to gain a certain ability in order to acquire that skill, that's something to be happy about. That's something to be proud of for the rest of your life, because it helps keep you up. Whenever you're down, you have something to improve for, and that way you can always look at yourself and see that you could commit to a lot of people, and there are people who will be willing to support you. But like, I just this won't change people's minds nowadays. Apparently they know themselves better. Of course, they know themselves better than I do. I'm not trying to make decisions for themselves, but I'm saying if you're going around bothering people, trying to waste our time, because we're not gonna have none of it. Seriously, you don't have to tell me, as clear as day, that these people who have nothing better to, who run their mouth, who try to piss me off, clearly have nothing to offer to society, are a bunch of scapegoats, bunch of clowns who use the internet in order to like vent their problems, to vent how pathetic their life is. And again, I understand that this is bound to happen. But the thing is, it just seems like there's just way too many people out there doing it. Way too many idiots. Who, like, I understand it being like tempering. Like, I understand having that moment. You were caught up in some nonsense, and you're trying to like be able to seek your potential and look for, and then not being able to realize it. I can understand that part. It's time people really start to move on and just look something more productive to do. Because you get, like, at the end of the day, like, prime example, like Hiroshima, which Dragon Patriot remix keeps talking about. And you could say Dragon Patriot is basically obsessed, but at the same time I can tell he has a life, because he films himself at work doing his job at the same time while voicing his opinion. My Opinions 333 even records himself traveling and lets people know who he's talking to, who he's with, and where they're hanging out. But again, some of these people have the audacity to go out of their way harass people. But like, what are you doing during your spare time? Do you go out travel? Do you go out to find work to do? And I find that funny enough, because people are telling me, what am I doing? If I whether have claiming that I have no life. What is it for you to decide what I do? And who are you to judge me? When it's clear as day, I'm actually working my ass off, and actually very passionate, and showing how much I'm capable of, and that how much I've grown as a person, and that I'm still well off. I'm still alive. I'm still around, make content because I enjoy it. And of course, I'll do this when I have the time, when needed. But when I'm out, there's always a time where I have to be outside, when I'm occupied. I don't do this while I'm occupied. I do it when I have the opportunity to do so. And this is, and although people can argue it may seem easy or not, but it's clearly not. Because although yes, it can add stress, because you do have to include a lot of brainstorm. You do gotta put a lot of thought. But people who claim judging me, telling me what I do during my spare, like what do I do outside of content, are just completely outrageous. And assuming that like this is my main thing. This is what I mainly do often. But at the same time, it's like, are you able to compete with me on that level? Can you? Let me ask you that question. If those people that are constantly complaining, arguing about like me being on my making videos, doing this type of content, whatever, and saying have nothing coming forward, and that there's nothing to gain out of it, are completely dumb and stupid and hypocritical. They should look at more at themselves, because I find that very hypocritical. Because how do you sit there to assume what someone does during their personal life when you don't even show what you're doing during your personal life? If you're gonna ask me, you might as well explain yourself and provide me proof as well. I don't have anything to show for it, because what I'm doing is not as easy as it seems, and again, I am accomplishing what I look forward to. And trust me when I say, trust and believe when I say that I'm making a difference, making these videos and posting it. And again, not just videos. It could be like my work. It could involve like custom cards. Some people just don't seem to realize that in itself is a job. Editing itself is a job too. Doing thumbnails, doing commentary, as well as having to make sure your videos are transformative and make sure that it follows fair use. People seem to forget. Although I'll admit it is fun, but it is still work at the end of the day, because it's all depending how you do your videos and the effort that comes with it, and the thought. Trust me, I have to constantly think and brainstorm ideas while in the midst of making content. So you're telling me that that's something not to be proud of? That in itself is lazy, that in itself is lazy effort, that I'm not being able to make it anywhere in life? Some people just are completely ridiculous. Utter fucking nuisance. I'm not gonna go out of my way to record or provide pictures, videos, what I do in my personal life. That's meant to be kept private, because who knows what might happen, what could happen to me, because I'm giving up also personal information too, and putting myself in. So it's none of anybody's business what goes on in my personal life, except the people that I'm close to and those that I'm around, those that I'm working with, not those who are just nosy as fuck, who can't keep their mouths to themselves. But people could actually learn something from this video. When I say that, usually, and again, I'm gonna have to say this, but people who will target you, try to tell you what to do, or complain about your videos, it's usually those people who are just as well as they have the least amount of followers, subscribers, and they have nothing better to nothing else but to go out of the way and do that, instead of doing something productive and trying to make something of themselves and be an influencer, be someone who's an advocate, who can actually work their way and be able to work with people that they can teach, and then they have someone look up to them, and then you'll get a positive outlook from there, instead of looking to being instead of trying to be negative in order to get the wrong attention. Because nowadays it seems like whenever you cause like a negative reaction, all of a sudden you get like positive attention, which is crazy to me. And I even said this should never be a thing. And these people are prime examples in which you see in the video. People should not be able to become influencers. People should never become celebrities just because the attention that they're getting, especially negative attention. And I just don't understand it. Because what do you earn from it? What are these people doing for you? And how are they helping you? In return, what did they do for you in return? And how else do they owe viewers? Going around vandalizing property, going around putting your hands on people, going around shouting, being disrespectful, ganging up, jumping people. That in no way is what I see in a role model or any influencer. People like that should be looked down and should be put in their place immediately and not be able to ever go on public again and make it out, and need to be properly disciplined, and for sure you need to set an example out of these people so they don't ever try this attempt again, ever bother anyone, never disturb the peace, and so they don't ever try to ruin anybody's life again. And that's what's going to come of it if there isn't any drastic change, in which it needs to be, you guys. There's nothing to come of it. There's no way of getting around it. And people should advocate this for what I'm talking about. And I do encourage it, and I will applaud for anybody who's with me on this, because I feel like more people need to address this problem. Or if anything, it's just going to be the stigma that will never die down, in which one day I'm hoping it happens right now. Which ceases to exist, in which it should. I'm not saying we should I'm not saying we should protest the law or whatever, but I think more people need to talk about this. And I think that's the only way. If more people speak about us, then we'll have more power to overcome this. But again, you guys, I feel like I said enough. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check the notifications, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.